Hi, I'm Jessica, and I'm so glad that you're here today with me. I wanted to show you some real life examples of creating zones. When you're organizing your space, you want to think about the actual space that you have and then zones. And I will explain more about that in a couple of clips that I'm going to show you today, but I'm going to show you especially I like to call it my second pantry closet, and some of the zoning that I did in my kitchen. So zones to me is like that real estate, like the cabinets and the shelving and places where you can organize your items. Thinking about like, what do you use the most? Those high use items. I want to put those like eye level and maybe one shelf above or below that. What you use every day, you want to make that easier to get to. And then you can put those items that you use maybe just at Christmas, like a little deeper back in the closet or a higher shelf or things like that. So that's what I mean by zones. I call this our second pantry, and I'm so thankful for this extra storage. I know not all houses have this, but we were blessed with this in this house. And so when we're talking about zoning, I wanted to just kind of highlight a couple things. Out of this pantry, I use the crock pot and the popcorn machine the most on this shelf. And so it's at eye level. And so anything that you use like a lot, you want to have it at eye level or just one level below. And then also right underneath eye level here, in this bin is where I keep our clean containers ready for decanting items, like food items. Also, I have a little notebook of some recipes that I use. This is also in a place where I can get to it easily too as I'm cooking. Some things that I don't use very often is our turkey roaster. So, that's usually like Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas. So it doesn't have to be at the eye level space. It's just going to be there. I might use it like twice a year. And same with like extra kitchen towels and things. I have a place in the kitchen itself where I have kitchen towels and dishcloths, things like that. On the top shelf, I have more breakable items. So I have our vases and candles and also the rest of my tea things like teacups and saucers. Here we are in the laundry room, and I am so blessed to have this whole long shelf for organization right over the washer and dryer. And so I've made use of this shelf. What I've done is I've used bins that I got from the Dollar Tree probably a couple years ago. So I already had that. And then I also use labels with those bins. And I am a big believer in using labels because it helps our brains to remember where things go and where we find them. I just wanted to kind of really give you just a rundown of what's in the bins and just kind of my thinking behind why I did what I did. Again, we're thinking about zones, and because this is a laundry room, I wanted the laundry items to be the first thing on the shelf back here. So it's over the washing machine because I want my laundry soap and other laundry things like stain remover, those kinds of things to be close accessible with the washer. So that's why I did that one first. Cleaning supplies. So I am getting into my cleaning supply bins probably weekly. So I wanted that to be easy to just walk into the room to grab those out. Let me get this one. Things that are waiting to be used, that will get used eventually, are in a bin of cleaning supplies. So this is what I am grabbing each week to clean our bathrooms primarily. So all my bathroom cleaning stuff is in here. I like that it's all in a bin contained because then I can just grab that, take it to the bathroom that I'm cleaning, use the supplies, and then put it right back. As I was sorting through the items that I wanted to keep in the laundry room in these bins, I realized we had quite a large amount of light bulbs. And so that's why light bulbs got their own bin. Now, if I had like a few light bulbs, they might have ended up in the bin with the extra household supplies. But because I had a large enough quantity of light bulbs, they got their own bin. And after that is the miscellaneous household supplies. So that's kind of like our junk drawer, so to speak. But anything like that is inside the house related, I would go to that bin to look for before I went to purchase something if I needed it. And then after that is our bins of first aid supplies. Hi, before I show you the next clip, I wanted to know if you would do my channel a huge favor. Would you please like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos, and also that'll let YouTube know to show this video to other people as well. Thank you. And now we're gonna go to the kitchen. Here we are in the kitchen, and I want to talk to you about my zones that I have so far that I feel like are working quite well in the kitchen. When I set up the kitchen, first of all, I thought about the larger appliances, and well, actually they're small appliances, but I thought of the larger items first, and then went from there. So I was thinking, you know, coffee and blender and proximity to a water source, the sink, and proximity to the stove, things like that, and what will fit best where. So first of all, let's talk about the coffee, because that is pretty important to me. I like to have my coffee every day. We have our drip coffee maker right next to our water source, so it's very easy to fill up with water when we're going to make coffee. That's why we have this cabinet set up as our coffee station. We just have some like ground coffee, our coffee filters. We use our coffee mugs every day, so I wanted that to be easily accessible, so that's why it's at our eye level, and then even above a little bit, but we can still get to those. Since our coffee is in this area and we're thinking about hot drinks, we also drink tea from time to time, and we'll start drinking more tea as the weather gets cooler. And so I have all of our tea in this bin here. So it's just how it fit. I already had this bin. It's like from Dollar Tree, so super easy and inexpensive to organize all of our teas. It made a lot of sense to me to put all of our sugars and sweeteners together in one spot where we would have coffee and tea. So right next to the coffee and tea station, we have our plates and bowls that we use all the time. So that's why they're in like the largest, most accessible cabinet that we have, because we're coming in here multiple times a day, every day, to get some dishes to eat food off of. So that's why the plates and the bowls are at the eye level here in this cabinet. And also we have leftover dishes are up on the top. And the reason why I chose the top is because we don't need to get into this every time we have a meal like we do our plates and bowls. I only have to get dishes from up here if I made extra and we have leftovers, so it's not every meal. Another reason why I chose our dishes to be in this cabinet is because it's very close to our stove and oven. So whenever I am serving things from the stove and the oven, I just reach right over here, get what I need, plate the dinner or whatever I'm serving, and then we can eat. Underneath the dishes is where I have our silverware drawer. So it's very easy, no matter what meal it is, no matter who's coming into the kitchen, they know to come right here. They can get their plate, their bowl, their fork, their spoon, whatever they need. It's all in one spot. In our silverware drawer, I also have our like cooking and baking utensils. So things like stirring spoons and spatulas and whisks, things that I consider utensils that I'm using as I'm cooking. Before we move too far away from this space, I just wanted to show you the other cabinet on the other side of our sink. Also what we have on this countertop. This is where our blender lives. So like if my husband's making a smoothie, he has access to the sink. It's easy access if he needs water in the container or if he's cleaning it up afterwards. This cabinet is between the sink and the refrigerator, so I feel like it's a perfect place to put our drinking glasses that we're using all the time. The way that our shelves are in here, I could adjust them, but it makes sense to me to have the taller things on the bottom and some of the heavier glasses. In the middle, it's still pretty accessible to get everyday water glasses. So that's where I have these right here. So if I need to get water, I can easily get it from here, go right to the fridge right here, get my water. Here we are by the stove and the oven and the microwave. Now on this side, I also wanted to be cognizant of what do I need when I'm working at the stove. So one thing that I need is my spices, and I am not very fancy with how I've organized my spices, and that is actually really fine with me. I don't have a lot of like interesting spices when I cook. I just kind of use the same things all the time, and they all fit into this bin. Again, another Dollar Tree bin. I have like the salt and pepper, and then the like garlic powder and the other spices that I use in here, but it's very close to the stove, and I like it all in one bin instead of individual things, so I don't have to pull individual spices out. Just pull the bin out, use what I want to out of it, and then just put it all back in easily and quick, and then put it right back up here, and then it's like the spices are clean. That's it. We have mixing bowls, strainers, a cheese grater up here, measuring bowls, things like that are easy to access when I'm cooking. Another thing about zones, I have this nice little real estate up here, extra space up here, but it's pretty high up. I'm tall already, and it takes a little bit to get to. So of course I'm not gonna put everyday things up here. So I have fancy glasses up here and more teacups and saucers and things like that I'm not getting every day. Then I have the drawer on the other side of the oven. I have more serving utensils and things like that. So once the food is done, then I can get my spoon or whatever I need to be able to serve the food on this side. Again, please remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you so much, and have a great day.